Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MaxMangus24, and it is Friday, which means it's time for another weekly game. Before we get into that, please always remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that jazz, all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And with that, let's talk about this week's gaming news. So this week was a boring week, okay? Okay, it really was. It was boring. Gamescom was last week or 2 weeks. Gamescom was like a week ago or something. I don't remember. Gamescom was sometime, but they had some announcements there, and now it's just the leftovers. Just the things they didn't want to talk about. So first off, WoW Classic was released. Now, WoW Classic brings World of Warcraft back to how it was in 2004 when it launched with some little tweaks, just a little bit of tweaks, just a little bit, a couple lines of code, just a couple to make it work better. But it launched, and needless to say, it was filled. All right, people were being met with queues of over 10,000 players. People were waiting in line to play the game. Okay, it was hour-long queues. Luckily, I got into a server real quick. I even streamed a little bit. If you want to go check it out, I'm on Twitch in the description. There's a shameless plug in the middle of my news show. But people were waiting in 10,000 player-long queues that took a couple hours. And then when they got in the game, the starting zones were packed. They were packed. And if you've never played World of Warcraft before, when mobs are killed, mobs are the creatures. When they get killed, it takes a while for them to respawn, and bosses, it takes even longer. And for quests, you gotta go kill things and collect things. Well, it was really hard because there was just so many. So people were forming lines in the game to kill certain bosses. They would take turns, groups of 5 in lines, and then they would kill the boss, then the next group of 5 once the boss respawned. So you would wait in line to get into the server, and then you wait in line again inside the game. So it's just lines and lines. But that's a good sign for Blizzard, because that means that World of Warcraft Classic is popular. And the Twitch stream category jumped to over 1 million watchers. All right, Twitch was filled with people playing World of Warcraft Classic. All the streamers I follow were playing World of Warcraft Classic. And the watch count in the World of Warcraft Classic category, over 1 million. Over 1 million people tuned in. That's pretty impressive. It's one of the biggest launches, I think, that World of Warcraft has had for a while. So it's a good win. It's a good win. And, it feels nice. It's classic. I mean, I don't know what more you want from that. Telltale Games is making a comeback. Yeah. LCG Entertainment bought all of their remaining assets and their remaining IPs and stuff, and are now going to be restarting them, and with all their new stuff. They'll be able to do Wolf Among Us and Batman and stuff like that. Wow, oh my god. So yeah, people are taking this so because Telltale laid off and shut down without any warning, and people went without severance, but now they have the money to start back up again. But they're not really reaching out to many of the developers and being like, hey, we're back. You can come work with us. They're not doing that, no. And I'm worried that it's just going to be the same thing over again, but they're coming back. So if you've been waiting, we'll probably get some Wolf Among Us 2. Probably. Season 2, probably. Resident Evil may be getting a co-op game. A website was made that just says Project Resistance with the R and the E as red, like Resident Evil style, of course, and some leaked stills and images from the trailer shows four characters in civilian clothing. Makes us think that it's like Left 4 Dead but Resident Evil. So there you go. We won't know more until they release a trailer, but you might be getting a co-op Resident Evil game. I've never played Resident Evil, but if you've played Resident Evil, you're probably excited. Cyberpunk 2077 will not have a gender option when you create your character, okay? Don't freak out. It's okay. This is the future. Don't freak out. You'll be able to select body type, voice, literally everything. Fully customize your character to how you want it, but there will be no gender option, which I think is probably better because then you can create the exact character you want, okay? Usually games, when you select gender options, certain features, certain body types, certain things are locked for one gender or the other. If you get rid of that, you can make whatever you want. whatever kind of character you want. So I think this is a genius move. Good job. I applaud CD Projekt Red. Good job. Good job, CD Projekt Red. I applaud you. Saints Row has done this before too, but it's nice to see more developers getting rid of the gender option. The PlayStation Plus games for September were announced, as well as the Xbox games with gold. So I'll first talk about the PlayStation Plus ones, and I'll go and talk about the Xbox games with gold. But PlayStation Plus is getting Batman Arkham Knight, which is a great open-world Batman game. The conclusion of the Arkham series. It's a good time flying around all of Gotham as Batman. Gliding. You don't fly. You're not Superman. You glide. Gliding like Batman. Driving around in the Batmobile. It's a great game. And Darksiders 3. I've never checked it out, but there you go. Darksiders 3. And then Xbox games with gold for September are not as good, but we got Hitman the complete first season, which I think I have on every device now ever because they've just been giving it away. And then We Were Here, an indie horror game where you're trapped in a castle with another player and you got to try to escape for Xbox One. And then for Xbox 360 or Xbox One through backwards compatibility. I love backwards compatibility. We got Earth Defense Force 2025, because we need another Earth Defense Force game, I guess. And Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Seriously, they've been giving us so many Earth Defense Force games. It's interesting. But yeah, that is it for this week of news. Again, I told you there was not really much at all that I really cared about, that many people really care about. So, don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. It's not our week. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, please remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that fun stuff else YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I upload most on Twitter, sometimes on Facebook, and barely ever on Instagram because I always forget it exists. But follow me on all those. Subscribe here, like this, do all that jazz. And with that, I hope to see you in the next video.